Get Gutsy episode number 164. It's the 10-year anniversary of quitting my last corporate job. I'm going to tell you why I did it and what I've learned. Get excited. Welcome to Get Gutsy. I'm your host, Jenny Fennig, and I am so excited to be on this journey with you. A cutting-edge show blending business and spirituality, Get Gutsy serves up a potent blend of stories, lessons, and tips to help you make a massive impact in the world through your soul's work and your inspired life. No more going it alone, no more excuses. The world needs more brave women saying yes to leadership. Are you with me? Good. Let's get gutsy now. Welcome to our Jam with Jenny edition of Get Gutsy. This is a new element to the show that we are bringing out where every Friday we are publishing this Jam with Jenny on the podcast. On Wednesday of every week on my Facebook page, which is called Jenny Fennig, I am connecting with my tribe, with you live. So if you want to come hang with me on Facebook, come on over to my Facebook page. It's called Jenny Fennig, and every Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, I am talking to you about a topic that I know you are curious about, and I am there to serve you, take your questions, be with you, and really hang out together and go on this journey that we are all on into the next level of your sacred work. And then what we do is we publish the episodes right here on my podcast each Friday. So if you prefer simply tuning into the podcast and listening to the audio, we got you covered. So I wanted to plug you into what this style of connecting is all about, and thank you for being on this Get Gutsy journey with me. It has been extraordinary. We are continuing to go deeper yet higher and saying yes to the leader that you truly are here to be. So without further ado, I introduce you to this fantastic episode of Get Gutsy. It is time to jam with Jenny. Enjoy. Hey everyone, Jenny here. You like my crown? My feather sparkle crown? Let's see, I think I need to readjust here. Anywho, I decided to put some crown-like deal on my head because today it's party time. We are celebrating 10 years since I quit my last ever job. Oh yeah, it was November of 2007 that I did the thing that I had thought about doing for years. And holy crap, 10 years later, what have I learned? Why did I quit? What lessons will you benefit from me sharing, since I have embraced this energy of an entrepreneur? So come on in. I'm excited to be with you right now. This has been a long time coming, and I'm just pumped to be able to share these pieces of wisdom with you. All right, so I went through and kind of put together some notes. And what I've been doing now with these live streams is I'll, not for all of them, but for some, I will, talk to y'all here on Facebook Live. We publish this to my podcast. And then we also put together a blog post to go with it. And so I will, put some more language into the blog post to flesh out some of these lessons learned. But I wanted to be able to share them with you today. It's so important that we honor our anniversaries. We honor significant moments in our life. We honor those times that have been like critical for us. Sometimes we just cross over that and we don't really stop and recognize like what has happened. And it's important that we congratulate ourselves, that we notice that there is, something really significant that we need to stop and assess and check in with ourselves to see
what wisdom we have gathered on this quest. All right. And so I suggest that you do this as well. And hi, Lorraine, great to see you here. Say hi in the comments for everybody who's watching live, or whether you're watching this by replay. Love to see who is tuning in and love to hear what really resonates with you. So let's dive in. I started just writing down some gems, and then I realized, like, wait a second, this is the 10-year anniversary. So I'm going to share 10 gems, lessons learned since I quit that last corporate job. I was a New York City girl, and I just knew that there was something else for me. And so that's really lesson number 1. Your soul's calling won't leave you alone until you surrender. Your soul's calling won't leave you alone until you surrender. Oh my gosh, have I learned this? For those of you who haven't really tapped into your calling with your sacred work, you feel like you're just going through the motions, but it's not the thing that you're here to do. I'm just going to let you know that that voice inside of you that tells you that you haven't quite found it, that you're not doing the work that you're meant here to do, that voice won't leave you alone until you surrender. So just got to share that with you. So I tried to ignore it. I tried to push it away. I tried to pretend this wasn't happening, and I could just keep doing what I was doing. I can keep earning my 6-figure income in corporate. It was a challenging job, but it was easy, and that I knew what to do. And I just couldn't push the voice away anymore. I couldn't lie to myself any longer. So I just want you to know that as well. Your soul's calling won't leave you alone until you surrender. And the energy of surrendering is so beautiful. It's so fantastic. Don't ever think that surrender is like a weak thing that somebody does. Surrendering is actually one of the strongest, most beautiful things you can ever do in your life. Okay. Number two lessons learned from this 10-year journey of me being an entrepreneur, quitting that last corporate job in New York City, is there is never a, quote, perfect time. There is never a perfect time to do any of the things that you want to do. I hear this all the time from people who want to, step forward and work with me. They're often looking for that perfect time. Well, I'm going to do it once, my kids are grown and out of the house. I'm going to do it when all these things are settled and nice and easy and smooth, and I can put them away in this box. I'm going to do it when it's sometime off in the future. Newsflash, there is never a perfect time to do the things that you want to do. There are some times that are better than others, absolutely, but there will never be a, quote, perfect time. When I was contemplating leaving that last corporate job, I kept waiting. I was trying to script it. I was like, okay, I'm going to, we would get bonuses. I'm going to get my bonus check, and then I will resign after that. I would have like dates circled on the calendar. Something else would happen that would keep me there. And so that perfect time was then pushed off into the future, and it kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed. And my business, I've had opportunities come my way. And what I have learned is usually it's when it's like not fucking ideal that I've got to do it anyway. I remember when I hired the woman to help hold my feet over the fire to write my book. My book is called Get Gutsy. It was like the least ideal time to hire her. We had just started a huge renovation on our house. We had like bulldozers and things coming to our home every day. And actually, even though there was so much going on, there was so much like upheaval and messiness, and I didn't have a kitchen for like, I can't remember, it was 2 months, 3 months. It was actually fantastic. Ended up being fantastic because it was like we were doing the digging, we were doing the excavating. And thank goodness I did that, because now my book has touched lives all over the world. It has led to the just exponential growth in my business. But if I was waiting for the, quote, perfect time to write the book still wouldn't be written today. Okay. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Number 3 lesson learned in this 10 years since I've been on this path of being self-employed, doing my thing, not waiting for somebody to pick me, not waiting for somebody to give me the paycheck, for me picking myself. Number 3 lesson learned, and I learned this from my friend Denise Duffield-Thomas, there was always more money. There is always more money. Okay? Always. I didn't always believe this. I would get into like panic around money, and I would like hoard it, and be afraid of it and worry that it was just going to stop coming and, I'm going to be homeless on the side of the road. There is always more money. There is always more money. When you align your contributions with an audience who knows you, likes you, and trusts you, and you know how to make offers, you know how to make invitations, you know how to engage in conversation with prospects, there is always more money. There are always problems to solve, and when you commit to being a problem solver, there is always more money. And the more money you make, the more people you can help. The more people you help, the more money you can make. All right. Lesson number 4, the right clients always say yes. The right clients always say yes. Y'all feel me on that? Whether you're watching this live or you're watching this by replay, I want you to type yes in the comments. I want you to feel this, because sometimes, depending on where you are in your business, you may not totally believe that. You're like, I don't know. I am telling you now, the right clients always say yes. And hey, Shayna. Hey, Kari. Great to see you here. Yes. Kari is one of our students in Coach Training School. Shayna is one of our amazing clients in my Mastermind Glow. We kicked that off today. I'm so pumped. As soon as I wrap up this live stream, I'm going to pop over to my Glow crew and we're doing our kickoff call together. The right clients always say yes, 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 yes. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. You got to do your part. All right. You got to set yourself up. You got to be professional. You've got to put yourself out there. You got to make invitations. You got to go through the no's to get to the yeses. And the right clients always say yes. Yes, yes, yes. You got to believe this. Okay, that's your part. You got to do all those things I just said. And you must believe this. You don't believe it, that's on you. That's on you. All right? Now listen, y'all. Remember, I've been on this road for 10 years. I remember quitting. It was one of the scariest days of my life and one of the most liberating days of my life. I didn't know I was going to be a coach. I didn't know I was going to be an entrepreneur. I just knew I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't ignore this feeling that I had in my soul that I was meant for something greater. I was meant to do it differently than it seemed like the majority of the world was willing to do it. I just couldn't do it like that anymore because I was lying to myself, right? Okay, so lesson number 5, fly your freak flag. Fly your freak flag. So for me, look at me. I've got like a feather headband on right now. Let me tell you, it's a little snug too. I'm like, woo. So this is like kind of a piece of my freak flag. I like feathers. I like sparkle. Why the heck wouldn't I wear it? I was getting ready, putting little curls in my hair before I was talking to y'all today. And I had this in my closet. I've worn it for Halloween in the past. And the longer I stayed in this game, the longer that I've been helping people and just really stepping into who is Jenny, who is Jenny? The more I just say, I want to do what I want to do. I don't care what other people think. Some people might look at this and be like, what is she wearing? That's so stupid. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care if people think this is stupid. I think it's fun. And this is a celebratory time for me. 10 years that I've been doing this, you guys and girls. Oh my gosh, there were so many moments that I thought I was going to maybe need to go apply for jobs. That I used to do that when I'd be afraid. Like, I'm just going to go apply for some jobs right now because I'm like really freaking out, right? Because I wasn't willing to go through the no's to get to the yeses. I wasn't willing to be rejected. I wasn't willing to like really fly my freak flag because I was trying to hide. I was trying to be liked by everybody. I was trying to kind of fit into this nice and neat box and not ruffle feathers, right? Now I'm going to ruffle your freaking feathers. I'm wearing feathers and let's ruffle them, right? So now I'm just so into flying my freak flag. Today, before we had this call, I pulled a bunch of beautiful cards from this amazing guidebook for my clients in Glow. Great to see you here, Jill. She's one of my clients in Glow. Great to see you here, Lisa. And I just pulled out the cards that are representing the 6 months of our journey in Glow. It's a 6-month amazing adventure for like the most extraordinary women. And I use cards. I brought down my crystals, and I have this really cool Ganesh sparkly, awesome gem. that I got when I was in India, and I put that on my floor, and I just pulled these cards and I took photos because I wanted to, just really capture it, because this is what I'm doing with my clients. And this is my thing. For those who don't like it, don't work with me, and y'all need to do that. You really need to share who you are. Don't hold back. If you want to have an amazing coaching business, a service-based business, helping clients and customers all over the world, be you. Be you. Nobody can do you like you do you. You get it? All right, so fly that flag. And we have to shed these layers, because so many of us had messages when we were younger of people making fun of us, of people calling us names, of people when we were unique, when we were who we really are. Many couldn't handle it. Did anybody here, any of you all experience that growing up? Did you ever have mean girls? Did you ever have just mean people? Anybody who they wanted to dim you. They wanted you to dim your light. They just thought you were too much. They thought you were weird. They thought you were too this, too that. And so we carry these messages with us, and it can negatively impact your joy, your peace of mind, and your willingness to just be who you are. And so for me, the fact that I'm wearing this like glitter feather headband thing right now means that I'm saying to all those people in the past who couldn't handle me, who didn't like me for whatever reason, I'm just saying, whatever, I'm not for you. And go find somebody who is. Go find somebody who is. So I want you all to really take that in. I know we have all been on the other side of mean-spirited comments. And we might have been the ones who've been delivering mean-spirited comments in the past, because it's like our society is almost wired in that way. But I'm here to say we don't need to play that game anymore. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, lesson number 6. Y'all having fun? Are you having fun? Give me your favorite emoji if you're having fun here. Emoji, or just like a smiley face, or some of those little things that float across the screen. I'm like my son Sean. If you've been on some of my live streams when my kids come in, they are obsessed with those emojis. Okay, lesson number 6, go all in. Go all in. Y'all, you cannot be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now, that doesn't mean that for those of you who have day jobs or part-time gigs, or other things that you've got going on, like you're a parent, that you need to neglect your other priorities, your other commitments. But the thing that you're here to do, your sacred work, you got to go all in. You got to go all in. If you're not all in, this ain't going to work. It's just not. So when you're all in, you're willing to do the work. You were willing to make those investments. You're willing to make those moves. You're willing to make those commitments. You're willing to fly your freak flag. You're willing to do all those other things that I've already shared. If you're not all in, you're all out. You get it? And that's what I always like to see with my people, especially those in my mastermind. I'm like, y'all got to be all in. You got to be all in. And I create the container around that. And we're starting our journey today, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I know that they're all in. It's just that type of program. I attract those women who are all in, energetically, financially, spiritually, physically. They're just all in. They're all in. And I even set up my coaching school that way too. We have several of our past students plugging in, those who have already decided to join us for our January class. Y'all, if you have not gone through a coach training, or you have and you just want more and you want to really be trained under me, make sure you get on my wait list, coachtrainingschool.com. Those of you on my wait list are going to get something really special coming up soon. Our next class starts in January, and it'll just change your life. It'll change your life. For me, having been on this path for 10 years, one of the first steps I took after I went through yoga teacher training was to go through a coach training. And then I started my own coach training a few years back, because I realized that there was a huge gap in the market. There was an audience that wasn't being served, and I knew I was the one to serve them. I was the one. And so I created something extraordinary. And so I went all in on that. And that's how I create my programs for those of you who really are all in on this mission. Lesson number 7, get help. get help. You can't do this alone. You can't. It is just too hard. It's too hard. It's not that it's so like high level brainy stuff, like hard to figure out. It's just that you get overwhelmed because there's a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of bright, shiny objects that come onto your path, and you want to do all of them all at the same time. You know what I mean? Anybody here suffer from like, I want to do everything. I want to do all of the things right now. And so the help comes in the form of a coach, a mentor, a mastermind, a group who can guide you into what step next, and then what step after that. And then, are you being strategic with the moves that you're making? Are you thinking big enough? But you must get help. I've had help since the beginning, and it's why I'm still standing. It's why I'm still here. Great to see you here, Jennifer and Shayna. Yep, you feeling it. Okay, lesson number 8, listen to your body. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Your body will give you signals. Your body will give you signs. You will feel things. I work with my body when I am creating my work in the world. I also listen to her when she needs to rest. Last night, I'm feeling so much better today, but oh my gosh, I did 2 days of Kundalini yoga in a row. And I was like, dude, we worked some stuff out in this upper torso region. Cause like yesterday I could barely like lay. It was so intense. Plus I know I'm always working stuff out, especially right before I'm about to begin a journey, which I'm about to begin with my mastermind. Okay. And, I just rested. I took a long shower, got in my pajamas, and I just listened to my body. I listened to my body. I'm also on my cycle right now. And you gotta listen to her. You gotta love her up. You gotta take care of her. We come from a background of like pushing. If you're ever in corporate like I was, we push. You gotta push. You don't stop pushing. It is such a masculine structure there. And it's like the one who pushes the most wins the awards. And you don't have to do that anymore. Okay. Entrepreneurship isn't about pushing harder. It's about being smart about what moves you make. But you want to listen to your body. You want to love her. And you want to take care of her. When you take care of her, she's going to help you do all the things that you're here to do. But you need to get good rest, and you need to be so, so kind to yourself. So listen to your body. Lesson number 9. Oh my gosh, we're rocking and rolling. I wasn't sure I'd be able to get through all these lessons in the time that I had today, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Lesson number 9. Having a spiritual relationship of your own understanding is critical, is absolutely critical. This can be whatever it is to you. God, universe, source, goddess, great mother, spirit, the divine. Call it what you will, but have it. Have that relationship in your life. Know that there is something grander and greater at play here than what we can see with our eyes, than what we can come up with in our own imagination. There is something wonderful going on here. And we have to go through some hard moments to get there, right? We're in the long game here. Entrepreneurship is the long game. We need to make short-term moves to have like short-term wins so that we can stay in business for the long haul. That's why I've still been here, right? Close to 10 years been in business now. And what I know is that the deeper I get in my relationship with God, with spirit, the higher I go. The higher I go, the more people I can help, the more confident I feel, the more in faith I am every single moment of the day, even when things aren't working out the way that I thought they were going to work out or not working out on my timetable, right? Because I know best. And it's like, no, there's something grander at play here, and you can trust that. I do work with spirit guides. I call in my sister to my circles. I know that I am not coming up with this stuff on my own. No, it's not all me. Like, I'm smart. I'm a good person. I'm really wise when it comes to this work that I'm here to do. And I call on support from those forces who want to come in and support me. So you can do that too. And this is a lot of what I focus on. This is certainly what we'll be working through in Glow. And then those who join me for my coaching school is for spiritual coaches who want to make a difference and a great living. And I don't shy away from talking about this stuff. I don't care who doesn't like it or who doesn't get it. Those people who get it are my people. Okay. And the world needs more people like us doing our thing. Y'all feel me on that? I know you do. And lesson number 10, holy wow, we are doing it. You got to get gutsy. You got to get gutsy. Be brave. Be courageous. This is also the listening to your body piece, right? Listen to that gut. You got that gut instinct. Never leads you astray. You got to get gutsy. That's why my book is called that. That's why my podcast is called that. That's why our coaching school is called Get Gutsy Coach Training School. GLOW stands for Gutsy Leaders of Wisdom. Gutsy. There was something about Gutsy that was calling my name several years back when I downloaded that, when it came through, and I was like, this is the thing. This is the thing. And it has served me really well. It has allowed me to create a really, really awesome business. We have had extraordinary wins across the board, financial wins, spiritual wins, relationship wins, client wins, like just wins. I've had hard shit too, y'all. Hard. But the gutsy piece has served me in my business. It's served me in my family. Y'all, I have 3 kids. I homeschool my sons. I had an amazing morning with them. An amazing morning. We did crafts. We're creating these treasures for a handcraft fair that we have this weekend at my daughter's school. We just do things our way. And my business, me quitting that job 10 years ago, before I even had kids, I had just gotten married, has set me up so that everything that is being asked of me now and being presented to me now and offered to me now, I can say yes to. I can homeschool my kids. I can move from New York City to the Berkshires of Western Massachusetts 7 years ago because this was the place I needed to be. I can serve clients and customers all over the world. My last class of coaching school, one of our students lives in Russia. She came to my retreat, which was here at my home in the Berkshires of Massachusetts, from Russia. All right. My current class of GLOW, one of our clients lives in England, United Kingdom, the rest in all over the US. This blows me away. It's because I was willing to get gutsy. That's it. That's it. So top 10 tips for you to celebrate this 10-year anniversary of me quitting my job. What are you going to do now? What is being asked of you next? That is the question for you. That is the question for you. Thanks for tuning in. Again, for those of you who want to stay in the know about what we've got going on with our coaching school, go to coachtrainingschool.com, hop on that wait list. The months of November, December, I've got some hot stuff coming out at you. Those of you on my wait list are going to get a really, really special invitation. And now's the time. Now's the time. Now is the time. You're worth it. You can do it. Your soul's calling will not leave you alone until you surrender. You got to make that move. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I am pumped to just deliver these messages to you each week. I will talk to you again very, very soon. And with that, I'm going to hop off and go join my amazing mastermind circle for our kickoff call. All right, everybody. This is Jenny Fennick sending you so much love, light, and faith as you get gutsy. I will see you next time. Bye.